Apparently someone's trying to hit someone with a bottle. It was detained, alright? The vehicle is showing as lost and stolen.
Stolen at the moment. We've got to find a woman. We know where she is, but we've got to speak to her.
I've been a police officer for coming up to 3.5 years. I think when I was in primary school, I probably did sit back and think, oh, I want to be a police officer. I have always worked in Enfield, which I'm pretty grateful for because I know the area quite well. So it helps me, it gave me sort of a leg up when I joined. Quite a diverse sort of list of crimes that happen in Enfield. Robberies, a lot of domestic incidents happen.
I started Hendon, it's going to be 7 years like next week, done Enfield pretty much the whole time. You know, other than at the very beginning training he's done in Haringey for us now. I've loved it, really. And I think now it definitely is what I'm going to do for the rest of my career. Southbound?
Yeah, 53 seconds ago.
53 seconds ago.
Control 24 lates. Hey, do you mind just setting up an AVI activation card for an LOS, please? Where are you? That's the thing, could have turned all the way, didn't it?
Yeah, but it could also be Cadbury's a fair amount down. In that 3 minutes, it could be stuck in this traffic.
It's that one there, Skip.
Right, going in stops.
It's November Alpha 24 lates. We are behind, it's shown LOS. We've got our lights on at present. He's showing a near side indication. Over.
Got him on Church Street, he's just pulling over now.
He's come to a stop. We're just waiting for another unit which is coming over.
Don't step out yet. Hold on, just hold on in case he...
Turn the car off. Right, step out. Keys, thank you. Step out, put your seatbelt. I'll tell you why for a second. It was detained, alright? Give me your hands. Right, the vehicle is showing as lost and stolen.
Stolen at the moment.
So we're going to figure out what's going on.
It might be a mistake, we'll figure that out.
You follow me through that way.
Right, okay.
He scammed me of the £1 or so pound, take out the impound. My car. This is my car. I have the logbook.
So this is your name?
No, this is my uncle's name.
This is your uncle's name?
I was about to change the logbook to my name. But I promise you, this is not stolen, but it is my car. I promise you that.
And who's your buy off?
My cousin is literally down there. He literally lives down there. Like, I'm not even lying. He lives down there.
I'm going to place you under arrest, alright? 1504 hours, theft of motor vehicle, okay? So I'm going to caution you. You didn't have to say anything that may harm your defence. You're not mentioning questions. Someone's led the line in court. Anything you do so, maybe giving evidence. Right, the necessity for your arrest is for a prompt and effective investigation, essentially for us to do our investigation quick time, okay, to see what's happening in relation to this vehicle being stolen, to prevent any further loss of property, such as you going away in that car, and then that car being lost.
So I'm going to call up Beds, yeah. I think it's Beds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pupil, Luton, yeah. I'm going to have to call them up, Beds, and the back of the one I'm going to pull it there.
Did it say with or without keys? With keys.
It's sounding maybe some kind of civil dispute. They're guessing, before we've even known who this guy is, they're guessing that it's some trader up in Luton that's done something with the policy and has then tried and scam them. That's what they're saying. But obviously that does also not true. But with what you're showing us, we are satisfied. You are who you say. We've got your new address, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got your old address where it's all insured to. So if we do need to follow up with you for that, we'll follow up. Equally, if it turns out what you're saying, especially about, you're telling us the car hadn't gone up there and you've got proof it was here, we're going to look into, obviously, the allegation of the theft itself, the money and things like that. If it turns out the other way, then that's a case of fraud against you, isn't it? Yeah, does that make sense? Seized for investigation, not seized because of no insurance, for example, nothing like that. You obviously are insured, you've got a license, that's all okay. We're seizing it for the investigation that's going on. It's been seized because it's reported as a stolen car. We found it, we're seizing it, okay? But we're not arresting you because we've got enough details about you to figure out who we are and who you are. And at the same time, there's a question up here about the ownership, really. Yeah. So we need to figure out really the veracity of this lost report before we make a decision what we're doing, especially whilst we know everyone's details. Yeah. You got local links, and we've got all your details. Okay. Stolen to Bedfordshire Police, and they've not actually gone around and spoken to him yet because it was only the last night. Yeah, and then basically I've called up Bedfordshire. They said, well, you don't know anything more, we've not spoken to the guy. They gave me his number, I called him. He gave me the sort of same circumstances, said he just bought it from his cousin as well, and he'd collected it from Charlton Car Pound on the 5th, I think, and then took it home, and then he's had it and it's gone missing. But then they then show that WhatsApp message where it's about insurance and they're paying this guy, and the person they're paying appears to be the same one who's reported stolen, and his company. So that kind of looks suspicious. And then, but they were messaging him on that different number. I call that number, it's the same guy on the phone.
Got an I grade come in, domestic, husband's trying to cut. He's worked. I grade.
248. So this is a domestic incident. It came out, initial remarks is that a male is trying to punch the female. That's all we've got at the time being. So hopefully more details will come out as we're en route. But obviously the only thing we need to establish today is if any offences have occurred, such as any assaults, and also we need to safeguard people to make sure that when we leave, nothing else is going to happen. That's essentially what's happened is she stated that her husband has hit her. He's saying that that's not happened, and she doesn't want him arrested. She just wants him to leave for tonight. I think their relationship's coming to an end, according to both parties. Apparently we've been here numerous times, so I'm sure when I check the address, there'll be probably several reports made. So it'll be a case of removing the risk for today. We've already told him that he'll need to stay somewhere else for tonight, just to prevent any further harm to the victim, but she doesn't want him arrested at this point. So I'll do IIP checks just to see if there's been any sort of intelligence or any other crime reports that have been made on like previous attendants, basically, just to see if there's been anything serious or there's been like many assaults. Because if it's a case of it's been happening over a sustained period of time, then that will make the risk higher. So say for example, if there's been quite some serious things that have happened previously and it just seems like it's escalating, what we don't want to happen is we tell him to go to stay at a friend's and then he comes back later on. This is just one of the risks that we need to manage. I believe where she's alleged that he has hit her, it hasn't caused any injury. It was during an argument. A crime report will still be completed for common assault.
You think, because usually when we get there it's only just happened, and for them it could have been months or years of sort of backstory going on, and we have to try and find out really what's happened right there and what's in our scope to actually deal with, as well as trying to be sort of led by any victims or people about what they want to happen. And you've got to explain to them the sort of processes and your role there, and like we spent a long time explaining to them why we wanted to do what we wanted to do for risk reasons. And it is quite a disconnect, because a lot of people think it's as simple as, for example, she wanted us just to warn him and that's why she called police. But then we've got to take into account a lot of other things, like the risk is the main thing. It's always about the risk, really, because there's so much that can be hidden behind the scenes and people sort of won't tell police, or they're worried of sort of repercussions, especially like family matters that there's not much room to sort of leave something as it is because everyone says to calm down.
Cleared the line, called police, cleared the line. Heard someone say harassment. Someone shouting at the beginning. And it sounds to be a domestic. There's a girl who's threatening me. She's threatened to kill me. She threatened to beat me up, and I cannot live here. This is happening every day.
Getting another call coming on the iron from the landline. I believe it's a staff calling us in.
Yeah, I said.
Hello. Hello. We've been called here, I think, by a few people.
Yes. Hi, please go upstairs.
Yeah. Are you staff here, is it?
Yes.
So, we've got calls, I think it's from her, saying that someone was threatening to kill her and attacking her. Is that true? Okay, he's managed to take himself, he's locked his room. We're giving him the advice, obviously. He's happy, he's going to keep himself in there the whole time, basically, now. If she comes back with any problems, we've told him he's to call us if it can't be dealt with. So that's a staff care home, and there's 2 residents there that are have been having a disagreement for a long time. It's not clear over what. It's sort of, I think, built up over a long time. And the staff today have been trying to settle one of the residents down, and it's not worked so well, and it's ended up in a big shouting match. I think it's over a bit of jealousy about who the staff are spending their time with more. By the time we got there, staff had, to be fair, separated them all, and one had left, and the other one had gone to his room. But it was just sort of, we had to speak to them, figure out, what can be done for them. And it sounds like they've got the only thing to fix it in place, which is one of them's getting moved to somewhere new. Well, it's just taking a bit of time. The problems are still happening whilst that's ongoing. Staff seem to be able to manage it overall. It's just it means it's not very pleasant for either of them to be living in it while it's ongoing.
He made threats to kidnap her at Shite. And he took my pants and bra.
She said she doesn't want to have sex with one.
And I'm saying,
He has locked the door and not letting me out.
And all of that.
and he's saying he wants her to leave.
And he's saying that she's tried to attack him with a bottle.
Yeah.
No, you've had my mind. Thank you.
That she's hit him a few times.
Might walk down here a bit more.
Yeah.
For where she goes on.
Dave Gibbons.
It's her house.
Apparently.
Right, we'll go to his the other way.
Yeah, cool.
See if we come across her. Yeah. Do you want to try ringing her? Seeing if she's got what she got to say.
Yeah. You're going to speak to him. Hello, it's the police here. Hello, I believe you called us, didn't you? Yeah, whereabouts are you now? You're walking home, and where's home? Oh, sorry, say that again? Yeah, which number? You're not staying home. Okay, so obviously we've got the initial call. We're at this initial address that was given. What exactly has happened? To make you do sexual things. Okay. Can we come round? I know you don't want to stay there, but can we come round very soon and just speak to you about it? Obviously, I want to check that you're all right as well. Yeah, I really do. So, are you home yet?
Seen an arrest, and we've got to find a woman who's been raped. We know where she is, but we've got to speak to her. No, the victim, we think, is a couple of roads down at her home address. She's saying she doesn't want to see us or go to the Haven because she's been there. But we need to see her, really, because she is making the allegation there. We don't know what state she's in or anything. So we need to go around to see her. We can't just say we'll meet you tomorrow. team in Enfield. I am on scene at what's coming in, what looks to be like a domestic rape, and it's just after some advice and make you aware. So yeah, they've been going out a week, and the allegation here is they've had some kind of disagreement today. One allegation from the man is that she's got very drunk, she's got abusive. He's asked her to leave. She wasn't leaving. He was the first to call police, saying that she won't leave me. Sorry, I saw colleagues turning up. Saying that she won't leave me, and she won't leave my house, and please come and get her out. Immediately afterwards, she's called, saying, I don't know if you've got the CAD in front of you, but what she was saying was... Yeah, immediately after, she was saying, I've been kidnapped, I'm not allowed to leave, he's locking the door. The suspects, yeah. So she was there, and she's saying I wasn't allowed to leave. He's forcefully taking my bra off. And it was consensual at the beginning when we had sex, like a few days ago, but today wasn't consensual. And that's where we are. She's left. She has actually refused to see us. Obviously, we know where she lives, or where we think we know where she lives, so we have to see her. But we've spoken to her on the phone. She left. She called the police, left prior to our arrival. Yeah. Had it. Yeah, actually had it. Non-consensual. Yeah. So she has made that allegation very clearly, but she's refusing to see us in person. She says she'll support it, but she'll do it in her own time and won't want to see us tonight. Obviously, if we can, we are going to see her. But yeah.
Yeah. Without a popular allegation from her, I wouldn't sort of. Is there anything in the address saying?
To call her. So if you do get hold of her, there's a SOIC that will call her and speak to her. So it's just going to be sat with her whilst they speak to her. Yeah. Because then they're going to sort the allegation wise, and yeah. So that came through to us as we were going there. It came through as what we call counter allegations, where you've got two parties on scene, both stating crime alleged against each other. And so we had a female who's now we're treating as a female victim, who was alleging that she was essentially trapped in this male's house, and she's been forced to have sex with him, and she's been held there against her will. And we had a counter allegation from him, which was she was refusing to leave and was being abusive and dangerous towards him, and that's why police were called. So we gone to scene. She's left by the time we were there, and it was just him. So we separated him, spoke to him, got his account, and details of what's happening. We can tell us. We've then managed to track her down and get her on the phone with what we call SOIC officers. So they're specialist officers that deal with sexual crimes and things like that. They've spoken to the SOIC team. Spoken to the SOIC team, where they managed to get an account from her about what's happened. They've set up meeting her and things like that, where they'll have to what we call do a VRI, which is for serious crimes like rape and sensitive crimes. It's sort of an extra interview where they'll do more in depth rather than a written statement. It's sort of an interview with a video. And what they'll do after that is interview the suspect following that. So they'll delve into the allegation a bit more, and they're trained in how to interview sort of vulnerable victims or victims that have gone through traumatic events like that. And any more information they can get about the incident, if it changes things, they'll re-examine the scene, then interview the suspect, and obviously it's just onwards from there. But the suspect's going to have sort of what we call intimate swabs done. If he consents to the intimate ones, and the non-intimate ones will be taken as well, and that'll be used in the investigation to sort of either link up with the victim's statement or whatever the suspect has in defence, and then it just goes from there. But due to it just being such a serious allegation, realistically, you have to arrest there, because you've got safeguarding concerns. You've also got evidence that could get disposed of. The suspect himself is evidence, because you've got forensics potentially on him, and you don't want him interfering with the scene if something comes up from a VRI as well with her. So, and it's usually quite fast-paced when you get there, because you've got a lot of information. You're trying to track down her at the same time, and then you've got a suspect on scene that you need to figure out quickly what's gone on and then make a plan about what you're going to deal with. So usually what we do is, if we can get it sort of stabilised enough, we'll make contact with the SOIT team, and they then begin leading the investigation how they see best, and that's what we managed to do, managed to get in touch with them.